Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kyra and today I'm going to completely embarrass myself with the beauty consumer tag. This tag was created by 90s Love Child, and I'll have to admit that I have not watched her video. I've only watched a couple of other people's videos who are friends and micro influencers along with myself, but I really wanted to do this tag and I want to do it off the cuff. The only thing I prepared is for the first question, which I knew what it was, and I knew I was going to have to look online for more info, so let's get into it. The first question and the worst question is, how much do you spend on makeup per month or per year? Per month, it just depends on the month. Definitely spend more in December and January. Holidays, my birthday is in January. In fact, my birthday is tomorrow when I'm filming this. But I do know that I am diamond through 2020 at Ulta, which requires you to spend $1,200 in a calendar year, and I am also rouge at Sephora, which requires you to spend $1,000 in a calendar year. So at a minimum, in the last calendar year, I have spent $2,200 on makeup and skincare. That being said, I do purchase most of my skincare either from Ulta or Sephora. So it's not all makeup that I purchased, but it still can't be justified. That is way, 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 way too much, which is why I put myself on a strict budget of $50 a month this year, as well as only 6 eyeshadow palettes this year because I've got to minimize the spending. It's not a money thing, it's a too much stuff thing, and so many beautiful things thing that I get frustrated. Moving on. That was really hard for me to admit because when I think about it and I say it out loud, it feels disgusting, if I'm being honest, and I'm going to get emotional if I keep going on about it, but I do have an issue with buying makeup, and I'm setting myself up for success in 2020. If you missed my 2020 resolution video, I will link it down below for you, but I got to make a change for myself and just for my habits. I need to change the habit. It's not about the money for me. Number 2, do you ever feel guilty about how much you spend on makeup? Well, I think I just answered that question. I mean, on a regular basis, or at least when I'm purchasing the product, when I'm waiting for the product to arrive, when I'm using the product and testing the product and things like that, I feel justified. I enjoy it. I love it. But then when it goes back into my collection and I'm just, doing the same thing with another order, with another product, and so on, it does make me feel guilty. Uh, it, it it definitely makes me feel guilty. I have too much and I need to minimize my spending this year, and I'm going to. And you guys are going to hold me accountable. Number 3, do you get FOMO, which is fear of missing out, in case you missed that, related to makeup releases? Do you get FOMO related to makeup releases? Yes. Yes, I do. I don't know what it is. And lately I've been trying to reduce the amount of beauty content that I'm consuming in that area in terms of watching new release videos. As much as I enjoy them, I still watch my girl Kelly because I can't not watch her videos, and I enjoy watching her. She's literally trying to talk herself out of the products, so it's kind of a different viewing experience, and I will link her down below in case you're looking for more of that experience versus, how exciting, all this new makeup, and I'm going to pick up this, that, and the other thing. So I've been trying to stay away from that because I do fear missing out. There's things, which I'll mention in an upcoming video, that I feel like I missed out on that I can no longer get. The more I see those products, the more I'm like, damn, I missed out. So yeah, I'm just kind of, I think I've talked about in other videos, I'm just trying to consume different content that isn't going to make me want to buy so much makeup. Number 4, do you purchase or keep items simply because they are limited edition? No. Nope. At least not anymore. I think when I was very first getting into makeup, very first starting my journey in beauty here on YouTube, I definitely had moments where I was like, well, I have to buy it now because it's limited edition and I'm not going to be able to get it again and so on. But now I don't really look at it that way, especially because so many people on YouTube are like, I can't use this on my channel because it's limited edition. People can't get it anymore and so on. And while I don't do that and I don't believe in that, I don't know. I just am not as into that to me, I guess. It is limiting in terms of like, I'm not going to do a 7 looks 1 palette with a palette that was limited edition last year that it can get now. So, there's that. But no, I don't buy them and or keep them because they were limited edition. Makeup's not worth anything. Like, it's a consumable. 10 years from now, my NARS palette that was limited edition is not going to be worth more money. It's going to be expired. Number 5, would you be willing to pay more for a sold out product online? Absolutely not. Nope. I have some very strict rules for myself, and one of them is not to buy products online that are used. If a friend gives me something that's used, that's fine. But I'm not going to buy products online that are used. I'm not going to buy products online that aren't from the direct sale website or another reputable retailer like Ulta, Sephora, Target, the like. So no. Although I have to say, probably the one and only time I was tempted to do that was way back again at the beginning of my journey in beauty, when I desperately wanted the Kat Von D Mi La Vida Loca palette. Glad I didn't purchase it after all. Number 6, do you wish to spend more or less? Definitely less. Again, I think we answered this question. I did set myself a $50 budget every month for makeup. That does include repurchases. If I need a mascara, if I need a concealer, on the off chance that I finish like the 12 that I have, things like that, it would have to come out of that budget. But also, I don't plan on spending all $50 every month. Or if I do, sometimes I want to just buy one nice thing if I'm going to add something to my collection or I want to review something for my channel. And so, yeah, definitely less. Last year, I wanted a $50 beauty budget. That did not work out. I lost my ever-loving damn mind after my 7-month no-buy. And I bought all the stuff, probably more than I would have bought in the whole year long had I not been on a no-buy. So more on that in the future. I know one of you requested when I asked to talk about why I failed my no-buy, and I do plan to do that. Number 7, do you feel compelled to buy something when you see it in someone else's collection? Absolutely. That's like the number one cause of me wanting things. It's terrible. That's why I'm not watching things like collection videos right now. I'm not watching a lot of favorites. Although that's hard because there are a few creators that are doing like their awards over 2019, and it's really hard not to watch those because I look forward to those videos. But I have to watch them in the right mindset. I have to watch them just wanting to see what other people are using and liking, and something that I might purchase in the future, but not going on there and like, yes, okay, pause the video, run over to Ulta's app or Sephora's app and order the thing. That's what I do. That's what I need to stop doing.
Holy, this is deep.
Number 8, do you buy more during the holidays? Absolutely. And this year, again, I lost my damn mind. My husband was like, I'm going to buy this really expensive cell phone. So for Christmas, I think we should just buy our own gifts. You get what you get, I get what I get, and that's it. And I did treat myself. I mean, there was a couple of things that hubby bought me before Christmas. The Charlotte Tilbury face palette, as well as the Charlotte Tilbury holiday eyeshadow palette. Love, love, love them. But I did buy a couple of bougie treat yourself kind of things. I also kind of went into Christmas and my birthday, which is January 7th, with the mindset that, girl, this is the time. If there's anything that you can't live without in 2020, buy it now. And that's what I've kind of been doing. And I'm done. It's over. That being spent, my January budget is shot to hell. It's done. It's over. I've spent the $50. So hold me accountable. Number 9, have you ever hidden a makeup purchase from family or friends? No, I don't think so. By nature, I can't lie. I just can't. It's not in my nature. And to me, hiding something or not divulging something, especially like to my husband, it's absolute dishonesty, and it's just not my nature to do so. I think sometimes my husband lives in ignorance about how much I spend on makeup, but he also knows that it's important to me. It's something I really enjoy, and it's part of why he works so hard. He loves to give and spend generously on his family. And so, no, I've never hidden any purchases from anybody. I've never hidden any purchases from you guys at all. I'm always honest. So there you go. Number 10, do you have more than 10 products in your collection that you have not used in over a month? Oh, hell to the yeah. Hell to the yeah. Uh, I mean, I do. I absolutely do. I probably have 10 in each category that I haven't used in over a month, other than like base products because I keep that minimal. And that's another reason why I want to spend less this year, why I just overall want to bring less things into my house, my collection, and so on. It's kind of like Hannah Louise posted and is doing a year of less stuff. And I'm kind of in the same position. And that's why I've imposed the $50 budget. And that's why I've restricted myself to only 6 eyeshadow palettes for 2020. Because when I thought about 1 month and bringing in 12 new eyeshadow palettes, I don't have room for 12 more eyeshadow palettes. I would have to declutter 12 more eyeshadow palettes in order to bring them in because I don't have place like where I store my eyeshadow, there's no more room. And I'm not willing to make it a bigger storage solution. So, number 11, have you ever been pressured to purchase something you could not afford or did not need? I don't think so. I mean, I don't ever feel pressure from a YouTuber to buy a thing. I mean, if somebody's telling me I need a thing, I'm that much more likely not to buy it because that just doesn't jive with me. I think when a person's reviewing a product, they should give the facts and then how they feel about the product, but they should never make a recommendation whether you or a person should purchase it. And so that's a real turnoff for me. I don't watch creators like that. So no, and I don't have people in my life that are like, you should buy more makeup. Everybody in my life is like, you have a shite ton of makeup, okay? So no, I don't ever feel any pressure. It's all me. It's all my fault. Number 12, do you purchase makeup for collector reasons? No, I mean, I think I've answered this question or a similar question in another tag where it was like, are you a completionist? I used to be, but I'm not anymore. I do have more of a collector mentality when it comes to Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow palettes. You guys would have seen my ranking my ABH eyeshadow palette collab with Heather Austin, who I will link down below already, and know that I have 11 ABH palettes and I love them, but I don't have a problem skipping over one that is just not for me. I skipped Riviera, I skipped Alyssa Edwards, and I feel good about that. I have no desire to purchase those, though I do have a collection of ABH shadows, I would say. Number 13, in your makeup journey, have you become more or less consumeristic? Way, way more. Way more. Is that clear? When I started my journey in beauty, which started with me watching YouTube, consuming YouTube, buying makeup, starting a channel, and then losing my ever loving damn mind. Before all of that, I had a makeup bag that I could fit all my makeup and all my brushes in, and now I just can't imagine. I sometimes try to imagine the size of box that I would need to pack up all of my makeup, and then I just stop thinking about it because I don't want to. So that's it. That is the beauty consumer tag. I think this is a really well thought out tag. I really thank 90s Love Child for creating this tag because it gives a lot of insight, does it not, into a person, into your buying habits, and so on and so forth. And, I definitely have a lot of work to do this year in terms of using what I have. Stop buying so much. I'm not ready to go on a no buy because I think that really set me up for failure last year. Not that no buys don't work. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it didn't work for me. In fact, it had the opposite effect once I was done with my no buy. And some might say that's because I didn't glean what I needed to from the no buy process. And like I said, I'll do a separate video on why I think I failed my no buy year, or, a full year of a no buy. This is just a very enlightening tag. It gives one some insight into areas where I need to work on my spending and so on. That being said, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to answer any of the questions, if you are brave enough to answer any of these questions, down in the comments, I would love to hear your answers and have a conversation with you there. And I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely beautiful makeup days. Don't forget to use what you have, and I will see you in my next video real soon.